Have you ever experienced the magic of knowing what decision to take when it came to something really important and how empowering that felt? Immediate cognition without rationalization is called intuition. Yet sometimes we feel disconnected from it, and it makes it a lot harder to take decisions. So we therefore set out to discover why that is and how we can better support alignment. Come on the adventure with us to find out. Meet our friend Kim.
So I've been working as a developer for this nice company for a few years, and it's been great. But lately, it's been getting boring though. The money is good, and I do have job safety, but I just don't feel passionate about it. I love painting and illustrating, and I would love to work as an artist and create, for instance, the concept art for video games. I'm concerned about making enough income though.
How about you make a pro and con list?
Follow your heart.
You have to follow your gut. That is what you should do.
Well-meaning advice, still no answer. We decided to ask the Oracle. We performed an interview study with 14 experts on meditation, breathwork, mindfulness, and yoga, and carried out semi-structured interviews. We performed a thematic analysis on them, and the main points, the central common themes we identified across all interviews are: 1, getting out of our head; 2, getting into our body; 3, a differentiation of sources of knowledge, as in, is my mind, heart, or gut speaking right now? 4, self-trust and self-efficacy; 5, being in a good state; and 6, silence and turning inward. Isn't there an app for that? The only things we found were pro and con lists and storytelling apps and fortune wheels. So what would be a model that can support us in understanding and guiding our decision-making? We came up with a trifecta of self-inquiry, starting with the mind that can either serve as an ideologue that tells us about our past beliefs, or as the attorney that will argue for one side, but trying to take a decision, it will then start arguing for the other one. Or it can be an observer, just noticing, that's the story I'm telling myself right now, interesting. Then there's the heart that comes in, and the heart bases around emotions, and those come from past memories. And so when we try to make a decision about the future, we will project our past experiences into that potential future because that's all we know. And then the third component is the gut. When we experience a negative gut reaction, then that is connected to a primal fear. And that protection mechanism is good. However, in some cases, it can hold us back from growing. And if we get a positive gut response to perceive that opening, that inherent yes in the body, that's the perfect answer that we'd sometimes hope for. And then we have about 1.5 seconds until the mind kicks in to tell us a story. So it's important to catch that first hunch. Maybe we can educate the user on the trifecta of self-inquiry to help them understand the roles of mind, heart, and gut, and then guide them in exploring their unconscious beliefs for a specific topic that they're trying to take a decision around, and they can evaluate if they still serve them. And then in step 5, as we envision a decision and feel into what it's going to be like when we take it one way or another, that can help dealing with the discomfort that often comes up around decisions, and we can understand what is getting triggered, and then also preparing for that the mind will argue against whatever decision we take by yet another argument. And then when we manage to take a step back into the observer role, we can take a decision with increased clarity. So will Kim stay a developer, or will they transition into being a full-time artist? We have received very positive feedback on the trifecta and the decision guidance model. We know it can't solve wicked problems, yet we do know it can support you in understanding your decision-making process better. We look forward to your feedback.